The Eastern Florida State College softball team looks to avenge an early season loss as they host Palm Beach State College. Live from the Titans softball complex on the Melbourne campus, it's the Titans and Panthers next. It is a picture-perfect day for softball here on Florida's Space Coast as the host Titans set to kick off a doubleheader against Palm Beach State College. Welcome to Melbourne, everybody, alongside former O'Galley and Florida State University standout Alex Powers. I'm Jeff Radcliffe. Thanks once again for watching Titans softball here on WEFS. Well, at 8 of 10, the Titans have won here, Alex. Second place in the Southern Conference, 6-4 their record. Just those 4 losses, but one of them have come to Palm Beach, a team that they want to avenge today.
Absolutely. Eastern Florida is definitely on a roll right now, but they are looking to avenge that previous loss on March 11th, to Palm Beach State. So coming in hot today.
Well, the pitcher today for the Panthers is Stacey Pericles, and like many of her fellow pitchers have struggled in the ARA department at times this season. Yeah,
Pericles holds the majority of the innings here for Palm Beach State, but she doesn't seem to be too overpowering and just tends to pump the zone and allow her defense to work behind her.
One player she's going to have to try to find a way to get out would be Caitlin Meyer, the Region 8 Player of the Week.
She's on fire. She has a 5-game hit streak going, 7 for 11 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs.
Hit 750 in the last 4 games, did Meyer. No such luck for Palm Beach State. One player in that lineup that hits over 300, that's Kaylee Furbush, the designated player. The shortstop, Andrea Granados, will lead things off. Leah Carmen is the first baseman and will clean up. Stacey Pericles, the pitcher, in 5th, and taking it all the way down to Booker, Bocino, DeCosta Gomez, and Lauren Meadow. And guess what? Olivia Everett, for the 5th time here on television, will get the start in the circle. First batter,
ball.
Granados takes a ball. Granados out of Claremont, South Lake High, batting .218, and she will foul this one back. Count even at 1-1.
We see a common theme here with Olivia Everett pitching. The teams tend to pop up a lot with that little spinner that she throws. They just can't seem to get 2 on top. So that's going to be the key to success here today for Palm Beach State.
Slap it to short. Nikki Pennington picks it up, fires over to first, then there's one away. Here's a defensive setup for the Titans. The usual suspects. No Kaiser Soze, though. Brooke Diaz is the battery mate of Everett. Crumblish, Pennington, Waldron, Meyer across the infield. Rodriguez, Garrison, and Orland in right. Jeff Susek is on the base pass. Ralph Brooks is calling the balls and strikes this afternoon. And the first pitch swinging Megan Callahan. Megan Callahan, the sophomore left fielder out of Port St. Lucy's Lincoln Park High, batting .215. We'll ground this left side foul.
Everett doing a good job keeping them off balance a little bit. First pitch changeup, second pitch coming in with a little spinner and just trying to keep these Palm Beach State hitters off balance.
Everett the 0-2, trying to get her to chase. And Megan was not offering there.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1 is what our home plate umpire Ralph Brooks said. This will be fouled back. Palm Beach State College currently last place in the Southern Conference, 3-7 the mark there. And one of those wins against Eastern Florida. 726 overall, but they really were drubbed by first place Indian River, and that one's straight back.
Nice swing there by Callahan. Nice and aggressive.
Took it on the chin, 11-0 in 5 innings, 16-0 in 6 innings. They were no hit in that game last Wednesday. Their last win was against Broward, 9-8 on St. Patrick's Day. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout for Everett as Callahan down.
Great spot right there by Olivia Everett, just trying to see exactly how far those hitters are going to chase out of the zone, and Megan Callahan sure did on that one. Definitely not a strike if she hadn't swung, but good location right there by Everett.
Kaylee Furbush, freshman to bat in the 3 spot. Again, the leading hitter at .319 out of Winter Springs High, Longwood native. A legacy program for high school athletics, and especially in softball. Winter Springs Bears does have 3 home runs and 18 RBI. So certainly has played in some big games, I'm sure, in her high school career as well.
That always gets you a little prepped for college ball.
Yeah.
Ball.
Very patient at the plate, ahead in the count. Furbush gets a piece, sends it foul, and out of play.
Good aggressive swing right there by Furbush. On a 2-0 count, you definitely want to be aggressive as a hitter and know that that's a really good count to hit, and it's definitely a hitter's count. So just staying aggressive and really trying to pick out a pitch that you want to drive somewhere.
Olivia Everett looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. 2-2.
Ball.
Count runs full. On deck is Leah Carmen. Count to Furbush for DP.
4.
And she'll take a walk. So no 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the first for Eastern Florida. And that brings up Carmen, the first baseman. Out of Davie, Florida, Western High, batting .256. Went 2 for 3 with a run in a 6-5 win against Eastern Florida back on the 11th of this month. And we'll take a strike.
That was a good at-bat right there by Furbush, just not forcing anything, allowing Everett to kind of just give her whatever she might and just really working the count, allowing more hitters to come up to the plate and to extend this inning.
Everett comes to the plate.
Ball, just
a little low. 1-1.
If I'm Olivia Everett right now, knowing the hitters I'm going against, I want to attack the zone as much as I can. I want to give them something to hit because statistically speaking right now, she's going to come out on top.
Ball.
And ahead in the count is Carmen. Everett lines, fires, strike right down Broadway. 2s across the board. Yeah, Everett, large and in charge for the better part of the last month. ERA down to 2.66.
It's a nice little changeup she flipped right there.
Only blip on the radar was that 8 runs she gave up in the loss to Indian River last week. But Titans were able to get a split in that series. Chopper to third, thrown on to first, and Carmen is retired. No runs, no hits, 1 left, and we go to the bottom of the first. Titans to bat for the first time. Let's look at Eastern Florida State College's starting lineup. Mary Waldron, the typical leadoff hitter, will start things off, followed by the Region 8 Player of the Week, Caitlin Meyer. Hannah Crumblish, the third baseman, in third. Pennington will clean up. Lexi Harmon, the designated player. Brooke Diaz will bat 6th, and Gabby Orland, Olivia Everett, and Savannah Garrison 7 through 9. So defensive setup for Palm Beach State College. Callahan, the catcher, Bacino, Granados, Booker, Carmen across the infield, Meadow, DeCosta Gomez, and Saccone, who is the flex player in right field. Beautiful day. Still time to come out and enjoy this one. First of two. And a team that's, if you're going to buy or sell a program in the Southern Conference right now, you're definitely on the buy right now for Eastern Florida, the way they've performed the last couple of weeks.
Absolutely. They've seemed to grow and really just learn a lot as the games progress, and that was Coach Badia's main goal. He said, you know, a couple weeks ago, they just want March to be their learning process and their growing period and moving forward towards that postseason.
Kind of a bummer that this is our last televised game, you know?
It is. I was really looking forward to see somebody else throw eventually, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, Coach Badia, a man of not necessarily superstition, but of keeping things the same.
Absolutely. Yeah. Olivia Everett always getting the first game of the day, and Lawless picking up the next one.
Here's Waldron, who will start off hitting .402. First pitch from Pericles.
Ball.
Outside a ball. Mary Waldron has started all 45 games out of St. Augustine. Sophomore season. Does lead the team in average, doubles, and stolen bases. Perfect for a leadoff hitter.
Everything you could want, and somebody being my first at bat of the game for our side. She's a patient hitter. Patient, doesn't force anything, allows the pitcher to work, and allows her teammates behind her to see a lot of pitches.
Goes back-to-back strikes. Pericles out of Fort Lauderdale High. Has lead her team in innings pitched, walks, and strikeouts. She's got 43 of them. 61 walks have been a little bit more troubling. And this is going to stay in the park, but no play made on it. And new life for Mary Waldron. Caitlin Meyer is on deck. The hottest hitter in the lineup. I'll fist this one right to the second baseman. And Booker has to put out. There's one away.
Pericles got that ball right on Mary Waldron's hands, just causing her to inside out it a little bit and get jammed, but she'll have a couple more chances, I think.
Meyer comes in batting .284. Again, has hit .750 in her last 4 games. It's all about streaks and runs. Has a 5-game hit streak. Favorite saying is work until you no longer have to introduce yourself. Well, I don't think she needs to make any introductions. Everybody knows her now.
Love it.
Former Palm Bay Bayside star, former Bear.
Ball.
Upstairs a ball. 3-1. Meyer went 2 for 4, a home run, an RBI in the 5-4 win against first place Indian River. And she will take a walk. So the first base runner aboard for Eastern Florida is Caitlin Meyer.
Good at bat right there by Meyer, just allowing Pericles to kind of work through the little tough at bat that she just had right there. Couldn't seem to find the strike zone too well, too consistently, and I think that's going to be the key for Eastern Florida right now, just letting Pericles do her thing.
Runner on, first pitch swinging for Hannah Crumblish. Who started 43 of 44 games at third base this season. She had a home run and an RBI in that 5-4 win against Indian River. And to this date, it's the only conference loss for the Pioneers. So Eastern Florida has given them some notice, not the only ones. Outside a ball, falling behind is Pericles.
Pericles isn't going to really strike these hitters out much. Her numbers don't prove that, at least. She has approximately 43 strikeouts and 93 innings pitched, and I mean, it's apparent that her defense does a lot of the work, so that's going to be her key to success today, and just continuing on with that.
3-1 to Crumblish. Runner on first is Meyer. Take a strike. Popped up on the infield, just outside, and unable to make the catch. Everybody will be safe. Runners will stop at first and second. And Crumblish is aboard. That'll be an error or a hit. What do you make of that one?
That's a hit. Nobody touched it. As much as it should have and could have probably been caught. Just miscommunication. So Crumblish ended up on the lucky end on that. Yeah, definitely a hit.
The key is to make them pay.
Yeah, exactly. Make it worth it, right? But that was good base running right there by Meyer, too. She had to kind of freeze a little bit halfway, see what happened, see what the fielders did, and then got to advance.
Pennington's second in the region in RBIs with 51. Has an opportunity to increase that amount. Started 44 of the 45 games so far this season for Jim Badia. Another former Bayside Bear. 6 home runs to go with those RBIs as well. So if you're Pericles, this is not the batter you want to see in this situation.
Definitely not. She's got twice as many RBIs as anybody else on the team, which is just crazy to me. That statistic alone just baffles me.
Got her to swing at that one, and down the count is Pennington 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball.
Good eye right there by Pennington, just staying nice and calm in the box right now with runners in scoring position. She doesn't need to force anything. She just needs to let Pericles throw, give her something over the plate, and take advantage.
The 2-2.
Ball, 10.
Inside, and the count runs full.
The fun part right now about playing the game is just trying to think what the pitcher's going to do. So the situation calls for Pennington probably being pitched outside, trying to get her to hit it to the left side of the field. So Pennington knows that. Just stay ready.
Back at the screen. Mars on first and second, 1 out. He already has a feel of a big moment in this game, and we're so early on. Keeping it alive. On deck is Lexi Harmon. Full count.
Good piece right there. Just missed by Pennington. As a pitcher, when you see that happen, you know that the hitter's right on that last pitch. So trying to change it up this next one. Do something different. Get her off balance a little bit. Make her guess. Make her question herself.
And gets her swinging. So big out there for Pericles. And now 2 away with the 2 on.
It's a good pitch right there by Pericles, with a little bit of upspin on that ball, causing Pennington to just be a tad underneath it and miss and swing right through it.
Strike!
And Lexi Harmon with 2 aboard, 2 out, takes a strike. Is deep and over the head and to the fence. This will clear at least 2. 1 run scores. Here comes Crumblish. And it's 2-0. So a 2 RBI double for Lexi Harmon.
Great piece of hitting right there by Lexi Harmon, just taking full advantage of that middle end pitch, driving it over the left fielder's head and scoring Meyer and Crumblish right there with 2 outs.
The inning will continue with Brooke D as the right fielder. All-Southern Conference performer last year. Sophomore hitting .303. Diaz, the Titans catcher. Right back up the middle. Throw to first in time, and the side is retired, but 2 runs come home on 2 hits, and there was a runner left after 1. It's 2-0 Titans.
Join local sportscaster Eric Kohler as he hosts Eastern Florida State College coaches and student athletes for a closer look inside Titan sports. Produced in partnership with Florida Today, the weekly in-depth program covers the 11 Titans men's and women's sports teams through game footage and coaches' analysis. Get closer to the action Thursday night at 8 here on WEFS.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
Go to the top of the second. It'll be Pericles, Brooker, and Bocino batting for the first time against Olivia Everett. And she's got a 2-0 lead spotted her way, which is going to make it a little bit easier, take a little pressure off if there was any to begin with.
Absolutely. Everett can definitely come out with a little bit of confidence right now and just kind of attack these hitters with the mentality of, it's okay, you get my best and just try to beat me with it.
Panthers pitcher Pericles at the plate batting .255. Takes a strike on the outside corner. 12 runs, 7 doubles, 18 RBIs. Went 2 for 4 with 3 runs batted in the 6-5 win against Eastern Florida on the 11th of March. So been a tough out. And she's in a 0-2 hole now, though.
I like Olivia Everett utilizing this outside corner right now. It's not really over the heart of the plate, which is really good, especially moving forward as we approach postseason here in the next couple weeks. So
Ball, atta girl.
her ability to spot right now is pretty important as we
1 ball, 2
move
strikes.
onward into the season.
A 1-2. And gets by Pennington, a base hit. So first hit of the game here for Palm Beach comes in the top of the second in the form of Stacey Pericles, trying to help her cause.
See right there, really good job by Pericles just staying through that outside pitch, but not to take anything away from the hit, but I would like to see Pennington try to stay down a little bit as she moves through that ball. She might have it play there if she does.
Ashley Brooker up next. First pitch swing and a foul. Trying to lay down the bunt.
I like a little fundamental softball. I mean, you're chasing too,
Yeah.
but
No balls, 1 strike.
can't ever take advantage of the opportunity to move a runner and get a couple across if we can, 1 by 1.
Out of Fort Lauderdale's JP Taravella High is Brooker. And laying it down, the throw to second in time to get the lead runner.
Great play by Meyer.
Brooker makes first on the fielder's choice, but the lead runner erased, and now it's 1 out for Jackie Bocino.
Not a bad bunt right there, but really heads up play by Caitlin Meyer executing that and getting the lead the lead runner right there and allowing Olivia Everett to not have a runner in scoring position.
Chino will take a ball out of Claremont South Lake. hurt the Titans a bit. 2 for 3 in the win against Eastern Florida earlier this season. Bacino will take a strike, 1-1. And a second, 1-2 from Everett. Runner first is Brooker, 1 away, top of the second.
2 strikes.
Puts a bat out there to keep it alive.
It's a good job protecting right there by Jackie Bacino, but if I'm a middle infielder right now for Eastern Florida, I kind of want to shade up the middle a little bit, which means move towards the middle, knowing that Olivia Everett's attacking these hitters outside because she's not going to overpower them. They might still hit the ball a little bit up the middle. Just like that last one with Pennington at shortstop, and if she's played a little bit up the middle, that ball might not get through a couple batters ago.
Ball. Full count.
Just earned their way back up, full counts.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Olivia stares down Diaz. Here comes the pitch, and mishandled a bit by Meyer. Will get it unassisted to get the out, but the runner Brooker advances to second on the play. So 3 unassisted. And there's 2 away for Deidre DaCosta Gomez.
Again, good heads-up play by Meyer there on a pretty hard hit ball, and as your job as a corner infielder is just knock it down. Make a play, knock it down, because you've got some time.
DaCosta Gomez playing at Trinity Christian, but a native of Curacao. Batting 162, 9 runs scored. Trying to turn the order over. Well, Meadow will be trying to do that. The 8-hole hitter is DaCosta Gomez, normally in the 9-hole, but a bit of a change here for the head coach Hudson McCall today. Fouled that one back. Big RBI possibility at second, but there's 2 out.
Absolutely. If I'm Palm Beach State right now, I'm just trying to chip away at runs, and allow my runners to get on base and have more at bats as we move forward.
Ball.
A ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Brooker the runner at second, and Gomez just 5 RBIs this season.
Ball.
Never delivers that one wide.
Ball.
3-2. So if you're Olivia Everett, you don't want to lose her here.
Definitely not. If I'm Brooke Diaz, I'm
3
talking to
balls,
Everett,
2
just telling her,
strikes.
hey, hit me right in the glove, nice and relaxed, just give me some strikes.
Ball 4.
And she'll take a walk. So a good patient at bat for Deidre DaCosta Gomez. The second walk issued by Olivia Everett. And now runners at first and second. Maybe a little chat from Brooke Diaz here to settle things down.
I always like little huddles when situations like this arise, because a lot of times people think that they're pretty serious, and in reality, sometimes we're joking, laughing, just saying, hey, let's go, come on, just throw some strikes, let them hit it, we got your back.
Remember that joke I told you on the bus ride over? Yeah.
I'd be lying if I say most of them weren't jokes that we were just telling, trying to lighten the mood a little bit.
Lauren Meadow now batting in the 9-hole from Inverness over on the west coast of Florida. Citrus High product, batting .314, the freshman. Over there by the Crystal River area.
Ball.
Swim and kayak with some manatees. Not a bad way to grow up.
Where there's manatees, there's other animals too, though. Alligators, crocodiles.
Yeah. Right to Pennington, it's short, thrown on to first, and that's the inning as Meadow is retired. There was a hit and 2 runners left, but in the middle of 2. Remains a 2-0 ball game for Eastern Florida. Well, fans, you can join local sportscaster Eric Kohler as he hosts Eastern Florida State College coaches and student athletes for a closer look inside Titan sports. This weekly in-depth program explores the 11 Titan men's and women's sports teams through game footage and coaches' analysis. Get closer to the action Thursday nights at 8 right here on WEFS. Bottom half of the inning for the Titans. So you take a look at Jim Beatty, the first-year head coach. See Gabby Orland, Olivia Everett, and Savannah Garrison come to the plate. And again, it's his renovation project. We've talked about that in previous broadcasts, and he's starting to get the walls put up now. No longer just a frame of a house. It's looking more like a building that you can move into now.
Absolutely, piece by piece, game by game, and it's going to even be year by year at this point. Building a culture takes a while, and Jim Beatty is trying to do just that as he takes over this Eastern Florida program. I think he's doing a pretty good job so far.
On the other side, you see Hudson McCall. Hudson out of the College of Charleston, 2003 graduate. And has not been the best of seasons thus far, but every little win will make it feel better. Gabby Orland will bat for the first time. Out of Orlando. Batting 276.
Ball.
Ahead of the, even on the count 1-1.
Ball.
Miracles outside again.
Ball.
Paracol's struggling a little bit to find that strike zone. She's just throwing a lot of balls. Not that she's necessarily not getting people out, because she is. Eastern Florida's only scored 2 runs so far, but a lot of these hitters are getting deep into counts.
Ball 4.
And Harmon on 5 pitches is aboard to lead things off here in the second. Second walk issued by Pericles.
It's a good take right there by Gabby Orland. Nice and relaxed in the box and doesn't seem to be forcing anything. And I think that's going to be our common theme today, is just not forcing something with, and by that I mean not swinging at balls. You always want to get a good pitch and try to hit it hard somewhere, but it definitely helps our case when we're trying to swing at strikes.
Everett in the 8 hole. Moorhaven batting 192.
Firm believer that stats don't always indicate hitter potential, because you can have good
It's
at bats.
about the timing,
exactly.
right?
You can have good at bats and hit balls hard, just not necessarily have an outcome that comes your way.
She's hit for herself the entire season, so
when you have that, that can allow for a lot of potential in the field with a different flex player.
oh, nice snag by Pericles. Throw back to first. Not going to get Orland, but Olivia Everett retired.
Great snag right there by Pericles is right. That's just
reaction,
exactly. I'm sorry, that's not talent. That's just ball coming at my face. I'm going to stick my hand out. That's really good. Really nice play right there. Heads up to try to also turn a double play with the first baseman.
Yes, she went.
Savannah Garrison, the 9-hole hitter now. Sophomore out of Plant City.
No balls, 1 strike.
One of the 2 Garrison sisters on the club.
Have we determined if they're twins?
We have
No,
not determined.
I don't
Ball,
think they are.
10.
They're Irish twins. One's a sophomore, one's a
One's in the-
freshman.
yeah, Irish twins.
Isn't that what they're called?
It's good. Just don't let anybody from Ireland hear you say that.
Oh.
Garrison Batting .306. Started 41 of 42 games in center field for Jim Badia this year. We'd have to talk to Savannah and Victoria about that relationship.
I'm sure it's a fun one, competitive.
Chops it to third. Fairbush on to second to get the force. So Orland is erased. Garrison reaches on the fielder's choice. And there are 2 out as we go back to the top of the order for Mary Waldron.
Good heads-up play right there by Jackie Bacino to get the lead runner at second base. And one thing I will say right now about Palm Beach State is we had the little hiccup at first base a minute ago with Leah Carmen and that potential double play with mishandling it at the throw, but they're not forcing a lot of throws right now. They're taking care of the ball, which is really nice.
Swinging at the high stuff was Waldron. Lined it right at second baseman Brooker in the first inning to lead things off. Runner first, 2 out. And there's a base hit. So Garrison over to second on the play, and Titans in business with 2 away.
Great piece of hitting right there by Mary Waldron on the ball, just right over the heart of the plate, right down the middle, and takes full advantage with the hit up the right up the 5-6 hole.
Oh, that gets away. Both runners will advance. And now you've got the Ducks on the pond with Caitlin Meyer. So more RBI opportunities perhaps in the offing here.
I'm sure she's loving this right now. Good job right there by Garrison and Waldron, moving up on that pass ball and just having a good read right out of Paracol's hand.
Meyer, one of those 2 runners to score last inning after walking. A big double from Lexi Harmon. And she will blast it to left field. Deep left side, and it will land just shy of the fence, but that will clear the bases. And a stand-up double for Caitlin Meyer. 2 more runs batted into her tally. And it's 4-0 Titans.
Great piece of hitting right there by Caitlin Meyer, and right off the bat, Garrison and Waldron know that that's burned the left fielder right there, and do a really good job moving up. And I think Meyer might have started to jog, it looked like, for a second, but she ends up with a stand-up double.
Hung up there just a bit.
I've probably done it a time or 2, so it happens.
Well, look at the wind is blowing in, so maybe she felt that that was the right swing, the right cut, but wind knocked it down.
Yeah, she definitely got a lot of that ball. It was hit very well.
Gets away, trying to take third now, and in there safely is Meyer.
Really heads up base running again right there by Meyer, which kudos to Eastern Florida right now, taking advantage of every opportunity and moving it up and trying to get these runners across home plate.
Ball.
Inside it goes to Crumblish. Crumblish got a hit and ended up scoring in the first inning. First hit of the ball game for the Titans. And he turns on it, and it's a fair ball. No, foul.
It looked fair, looked close.
Looked like it hit the line.
It did, it looked close. Definitely a judgment call right there by the home plate umpire.
It's a better look down the line than we do, so.
I don't know, I think I have a good look a lot of the time.
You got younger eyes.
Ooh, that was close. Dang.
Saves a run for the time being.
That fills the count.
And it does fill the count. 3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Pennington on deck. 3-2-2.
4.
And the runners are on the corners. So a 2-out walk. Crumblish is aboard. Meyer now at third.
Good at bat right there by Hannah Crumblish. Again, doesn't force it, stays patient, and just allows Paracols to come to her, and resulted in a good at bat.
Ball.
Trying to keep it away from Pennington. Titans shortstop hitting 360, the biggest home run hitter on the team, and also again the 51 RBIs we talked about last inning.
For those of you doing the math, that's more than 1 RBI a game. That's pretty impressive.
Not doing math. I'm doing softball.
Softball's a lot of math.
It does. Yeah, you're right. Statistical game. That one going the other way.
Wide right.
It is, but we can't get caught up in the statistics. As broadcasters, we can, but as players, we cannot.
You don't. Yeah, you just
it's always a struggle, though.
worry about the next pitch.
Absolutely. Easier said than done, for sure.
Sure. Especially when you're a bit younger, too.
Yeah.
Get caught up in those things.
Absolutely.
The 1-2 to Pennington. Catcher's indifference. We'll see Crumblish takes second. So now runners at second and third, 2 out for the leading RBI hitter on this team.
It's a good call right there by Coach Badia, too.
Pennington with a blue ribbon in her hair will swing and pop it up. Meadow underneath it. And that will end the inning. But 2 more runs come home on 2 hits. There were 2 runners left. And it's 4-0 Titans as we go to the third.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration.
If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
Go to the top of the third. Titans leading 4-0. It gets easier for Olivia Everett with 4-run cushion to work with. Back to the top of the order. It's Granados, Callahan, and Furbush here for the Panthers.
Right.
And taking a strike is Granados. She grounded out to short in her first at-bat.
See Granados doing a little bit of a fake bunt looking thing.
Oh.
I think it's just a timing mechanism for her right now. Maybe she feels a little bit off, a little rushed, a little slow, whatever it might be. It's just something very individual for her that we'll see a lot of players do.
Granados, along with Pacino, coming as high school teammates as a tandem to Palm Beach from South Lake High. So it'll be fouled off to the right side and unable to make a play.
Olivia Everett continues to do a really nice job just painting that outside corner because she wants to throw as many strikes as she can right now, but she also wants to see how good she can be and take care of the little things, and she doesn't want to just throw them right over the plate. She wants to try to work her corners, her zones, everything about it.
Ball.
On outside a ball. 2-2 on Granados. And we'll poke it to Waldron and can't make the pickup. So reaching on the air is Granados.
I will say that is a pretty tough play right there for Mary Waldron. That ball's not hit soft. So for her to just stay down and try to work through it to the best that she can is the only way she'll be successful. And she tried, but just doesn't turn out in her favor. And it is tough with the spin that Olivia Everett does get on these pitches.
Yes. Laying down
That
the
looked
bunt.
double hit.
Callahan thrown to first. Safe.
I think he's going to call her back. I think she hit the ball twice.
Oh. Nuts, right? If you're Callahan. You have that high of beating out the throw. Callahan will do it again.
You're like, dang it, I got to come back.
Take a look.
We'll see right there. She's going to tap it the first time. Oh, sorry, that was the error.
Oh, 2. Callahan, runner at first again is Granados. And right to Meyer, quickly thrown to second, back to first, trying to get that double play, unable to do so. But the lead runner, Granados, retired. Callahan is aboard.
I'm a big fan of Caitlin Meyer's defense right now. She's looking very nice over there at first base and just staying low. That ball's hit hard too, right at her. And she just, right there, smart, knows what's going to go on before the play happens and immediately knows that she's going to throw to second base. Get the lead out.
Ball.
And taking second, and in there safe is Callahan, who's got her 6th stolen base of the season. So they get a runner to second anyway.
Good throw by Brooke Diaz, just not quite in time. Callahan had a nice jump out of Everett's hand.
Furbush reached base on a walk last inning, pops it up on the infield. Calling for it is Meyer. She's got it. 2 away. Leah Carmen, the last hope in this inning. Runner at second, though. Carmen grounded out to third in her first at-bat.
Palm Beach State just needs to try to chip away at runs slowly throughout this game. They're not going to get all 4 right now, especially not with 2 outs more than likely, but just trying to get base runners on base and scoring 1 at a time.
Lifted into the gap, it will fall. A runner's going to come home to score. It's a 4-1 ball game, so an RBI for Carmen on a bloop base hit into shallow right field. Callahan.
Right there we see off the bat. It's probably just what we call a no man's land. Nobody's really close to catching that ball unless we lay out, but at that point just keep it in front, be under control and throw it to second base.
Back to first goes Carmen.
No balls, 1 strike.
Manufacturing runs here. Give credit to Callahan for getting around the bases, starting with the steal, putting herself in that position.
Absolutely. We're seeing a lot of good heads-up base running right now, just being aggressive, pushing some limits. And I think this is just the point of the season where we see how far we can go. We see what we can do, what we're capable of, and how we progress.
Miracles will assist the third, no problem for Crumblish, and that is the inning. But 1 run comes home on the benefit of 1 hit. Our runner left, and it is now a 4-1 ball game. Titans in the lead. Well, April is open house month on the campus of Eastern Florida State College, on all campuses. They open their doors to you. Every event features tours, assistance with Eastern Florida's online application and financial aid, info on how to direct connect to UCF, plus featured events unique for each campus. Visit easternflorida.edu to see a schedule and sign up for the campus of your choice.
As we approach this inning, I think the key right now for Eastern Florida is just knowing that we've seen Pericles now for 2 innings. We've seen her probably a game before. So just staying consistent and knowing that she's kind of having trouble finding the zone a little bit right now, and just being patient, allowing her to come to them and not forcing it, which is going to be, like I said earlier, a big theme in this game right now. We're in a good learning part of the season.
Eastern Florida 4 runs on 3 hits. Here's how they've scored going back to the first inning.
There we see the little bleeder, yeah. And good base running right there. I believe it was Meyer on that one, advancing on Crumblish's hit. And then
Harmon.
And then we see the Harmon, the double.
We don't, because it was hit well. That brought home the first 2 runs of the game. Then in the second.
And then on this one, we see Myers double as well. And she crushed that one. I think she got all of it, too, and the wind just keeping it in the park a little bit.
2 RBIs. Harmon, who had that double in the first to score the first 2 runs. 1-1 on this game. Harmon, Knoxville, Tennessee. 346 before that hit, so that will go up north. That's a 2-0 count.
Ball, jump.
Make it 3-0. Likely sitting all the way here.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like you don't get the, we call it the green light in a softball with a 3-0 count until you kind of establish yourself a little bit as a hitter, have that confidence, and just prove to coach that you can swing.
Yeah, because the percentages say take the walk and you're at least getting a board.
Exactly.
Obviously, you can do more damage with a hit, but when you're there's nobody on base.
No reason to force it.
Just the short, Granados is there, 1 away.
That's the thing, too. On a 3-1 count, you don't want to necessarily get jammed. I mean, if anything, I'd rather be a little early, maybe yank a ball foul, but show that I'm ready to hit, I'm ready to be aggressive, and ready for anything Pericles is about to throw me.
1 away now. Brooke Diaz, the catcher, will bat for the second time. She grounded out the second in the first and the inning. Take a strike. Diaz out of DeBartolo High, the Tampa area.
Ball.
Pericles trying to throw in a little changeup right there, a little off-speed pitch.
Diaz has had 4 multi-hit games in the last 8.
Ball.
2 of those were 3-hit games, by the way.
That's pretty good.
Still looking for her first this afternoon as the Titans up by 3 runs.
Ball.
Inside, missed 3-1.
That
got away, and Diaz is aboard for the first time via the walk. That will be the 4th base on balls issued by Pericles here through 2.5 innings.
That's definitely a notable stat. I mean, we talked about Pericles having some trouble finding the zone, but right now those numbers are proving that you don't want to have a lot of walks in a game. Walks score a lot of runs typically, and it's something that we want to keep to a minimum.
Gabby Orland with a runner on first. Pinch runner, I believe, on first now for Eastern Florida. Bradnick or Lawless? Let's see the number.
Ball.
As Orland takes ball 1. Or could be Garrison. 23 it is. Victoria Garrison.
It's Garrison, yeah. If we have our pitcher pinch running.
The other Irish twin is up. Oh, hot
job,
shot
man.
up the middle, looking for a double play, unable to get it. Diaz erased at second, and there are 2 away. Orland reaches first.
Great heads-up play again by Pericles, doing a really nice job fielding her position and just staying alert on those balls that are hit pretty well right back up the middle. Orland doesn't hit that soft, but Pericles does a really good job just staying with it and staying under control, giving that a nice feed over to Granados at shortstop.
Garrison was the runner that was put out. 2 away. Everett hitting. Runner on first. Base is the only person on base, and she's going to pop that to short. Easily handled by Granados, and down go the Titans in the 3rd. No runs, no hits, 1 left. We go to the 4th right after this on WEFS.
Join the fast-growing and rewarding field of healthcare at Eastern Florida State College's new Health Sciences Institute, where you can earn bachelor's degrees, associate's degrees, and certificates in a wide range of exciting careers, such as nursing, surgical technology, emergency care, radiography, sonography, and more. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration.
If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
Olivia Everett has a 2-hitter through 3 innings. We're to the top of the 4th now. It will be Ashley Brooker to lead things off. Second baseman here for the Panthers. Reached on a fielder's choice, advanced to second.
Ball.
Back in the 2nd inning.
Let's take a look at how far off the plate Brooker is standing. If you look closely, you can see that she has a lot of distance right there from her feet to home plate, which I would say probably says that she struggles a little bit with that inside pitch.
And she will fly out to center field where Garrison was waiting, so we don't get to look at it anymore, darn it.
It's okay next time.
So Brooker retired on fly ball to center. Now Jackie Bacino will bat for the 2nd time. Batting .213. And she'll have her first hit and 3rd of the game for the Panthers. She's aboard with 1 out.
Great piece of hitting right there by Jackie Bacino, just going right up the middle, letting the ball get deep and just working right back to Olivia Everett, which is what we really want with a pitcher like Olivia Everett. Just a little bit of spin, a little bit of off speed, doesn't overpower you. You want to just work right up the middle.
Deidre DaCosta Gomez will look to bunt the runner over and will be retired. She does the job. So the sack bunt moves Bacino over to second. And they're 2 away.
Olivia Everett did do a good job checking the lead runner, seeing if she could get the leadoff out, the lead runner at second base, but wasn't quite enough time as she got a pretty good jump off the bat.
Yeah, it moves quick, doesn't it?
You
got to make that decision. There's no waiting. Lauren Meadow, the 9-hole hitter, will slap at it. And it's 0-1. Meadow grounded out to shortstop in her first at-bat. Lauren batting .314. So again, one of 2 hitters in that lineup batting over 300. She's had limited at-bats, but that one is put out in the outfield, and that's that inning. So there was a hit, but no runs come home. It remains a 4-1 ball game in favor of Eastern Florida. Well, students at Eastern Florida State College can take courses on any of the 4 campuses in either Titusville, Cocoa, Melbourne, or Palm Bay, or you can also do it online. Among the many benefits are small class sizes and personalized instruction from outstanding faculty that are committed to helping students reach their goals. To learn more, visit easternflorida.edu and become a Titan today. So the Titans getting set to bat here in the bottom of the 4th.
I know that guy.
Hey. Got Michael Jordan on the right and Ashton Radcliffe. They're running the gun tonight, Mr. Jugs. This happens to be my youngest son.
I love it.
That's his homework today. He's going to want to go home and watch himself.
Wave.
Great smile.
TV debut, I love it.
Thanks to the crew for embellishing a young kid's dream.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. A 4-1 game, Savannah Garrison up to the plate to start things off here in the bottom of the 4th. And first pitch swinging, may drop this in. She does. So a leadoff base hit. Garrison going to try to stretch it into second, and she's in there safely. So again, heads up base running by the Titans. A little closer than I think she would have wanted it, but Garrison aboard with a double.
No, I love it. That's awesome base running right there. Awesome piece of hitting, like does not necessarily the outcome in terms of hitting the ball on the ground somewhere, which we typically want from a slapper, but right there just pokes it to the left side, causing the left fielder to kind of bobble it a little bit. Funky spin, taking full advantage of that.
Jim Beatty, you like the fact that your 9-hole hitter has gotten on base twice here in her first 2 at-bats. She also came around to score in the second. So that will move you up the order a bit if you keep that kind of production going. Back to Waldron, top of the order. Ahead in the count, a ball, no strikes. Runner on second is Garrison.
Well,
inside.
I see why you're back here.
We hear a little commentary from our umpire. Brooke Diaz with a nice, or I'm sorry, that's not Brooke Diaz.
Matt Meyer, maybe?
Yeah, Callahan.
Oh,
Callahan back there with a little pickup behind the plate. But Savannah Garrison is a pretty ideal 9-hole hitter, just trying to turn the order over up to the top right there, allowing Mary Waldron to get back up to bat.
It's a strike on 3-0, now 3-1. And right through the middle, base hit. Garrison motoring around third. She will score as the throw airmailed into home all the way to the fence, and it's a double and another RBI for Mary Waldron.
Nice piece of hitting right there by Mary Waldron. Right off the bat, Savannah Garrison knows that she's scoring on anything to the outfield, and I love the aggression right there, which causes Deidre DaCosta Gomez to kind of have an errant throw and rush a little bit, when in reality she should probably just hold on to it, go to second base, and prevent Waldron from moving forward.
All 5 Titans runs have come home on doubles.
Oh.
And that one got away, and now Waldron over at third. So nobody out, so this could potentially be a dangerous inning here for the Panthers.
I love the aggressive base running right now. Both sides are doing it, but especially Eastern Florida. And I mean, obviously they have 5 runs, and they're just taking full advantage of every opportunity.
Oh.
I'm a firm believer that you don't necessarily have to be fast to be a really good base runner, and they're proving that on all cylinders right now, as you have a lot of people moving up on a lot of misplays by Palm Beach State.
Ball.
And Pericle is having trouble finding the strike zone here. Maybe getting a bit rattled with the base running.
For sure. It absolutely throws you off your game a little bit, causes you to rush and, you know, just wreak a little havoc.
Down Broadway, 3-1.
Oh, that's a tough.
Caitlin Meyer had one of those 2 RBI doubles, has been on base both times. Walked and scored in the first.
Yes, she went.
She went, and now the count is full.
Again, a judgment call right there by the umpire. It's just a matter of whether or not she breaks her wrist. And yeah,
Yep.
I'd say that's a pretty good call right there by the home plate umpire.
Lifts this one. Short center, making the catch is DaCosta Gomez. Here comes the throw home. Collision and out at the plate is Waldron. She gave it a go, but a great defensive play here by the Panthers to keep it at 5-1.
That's a nice throw, nice play right there by Deidre DaCosta Gomez, and she comes up firing home. Let's take a look at the catcher and see her positioning on this play, because this is a big conversation in college softball right now.
what a
She does a
throw.
really good job allowing the runner to have a lane to still score, but I mean, she's out by a mile on that.
And what could Jim Badia be having? What kind of conversation could he be having with the home plate umpire, Ralph Brooks?
He's definitely going to ask about obstruction right now because it is such a common theme. You see a lot of times catchers block the plate, not allowing runners to have a lane to try to score and get around them, but
She had it.
She definitely had it. The catcher did a really good job being in front of the plate and allowing for that lane.
Great throw, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Right on target. So something perhaps that could spark the Panthers here as the base is now empty.
Ball.
Shaping up to possibly be a big inning and 2 outs on 1 play. Hannah Crumblish will bat with 2 outs. Hit and scored in the first, walked and reached second in the second inning. Crumblish went 1 for 4, a home run and an RBI in the 5-4 win against Indian River last week.
Ball.
Won't chase that one. It's consistently getting behind hitters as Pericles, but then she's battling back each time. It's 3-0 here.
I say just make it easy on yourself and start from the beginning and just throw strikes.
Ball 4.
That was 4 straight. So the base on balls, Crumblish aboard the second time that way, and now that's a 5th walk.
Right there, we'll see Waldron tag, and clearly you guys see the second half of the plate. Yeah, absolutely. Callahan gives a really good running lane right there for Waldron to try to get through, and she has the whole back half of the plate to try to score, but the throw just beats her.
Inning will continue for Nikki Pennington with Crumblish on first. 5 walks now issued by Pericles.
That's too many. I would say as a pitcher, you try maybe 3 at the max for a game.
For a whole game, and
For
we're
a
only
whole
in the
game.
4th.
Yeah.
Just the 1 strikeout, too. So you got that ratio. Will that get through? No. Nice backhanded by Granados on to second. Everybody's safe, though.
Great job by Crumblish. Really good base running right there. That should be a hit all day for Pennington if nobody's on base, but having Crumblish on and allowing for that potential leadoff out is pretty crucial for the defense. So Crumblish does a good job.
So after the double play, catching the outfield on the play at the plate, the next 2 batters have reached for the Titans here with 2 out. Lexi Harmon will take a ball upstairs. Is the Panthers pitcher continuing to struggle to find that strike zone?
You can ask questions right there on whether or not Coach Badia should have tried to send Mary Waldron on that ball, but I say you got to risk it. You got to risk it for the biscuit. So you got to try, and when it doesn't turn out in your favor, then you just learn and move on.
Fisted on the infield. This could be trouble,
great
but
play.
a good catch by Granados, able to turn and twist that body to end the inning, but a run comes home on the benefit of 3 hits, and it is 5-1 as we go to the 5th.
Join local sportscaster Eric Kohler as he hosts Eastern Florida State College coaches and student athletes for a closer look inside Titan sports. Produced in partnership with Florida Today, the weekly in-depth program covers the 11 Titans men's and women's sports teams through game footage and coaches' analysis. Get closer to the action Thursday night at 8 here on WEFS.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
Go to the top of the 5th. 4 runs down to the Panthers of Palm Beach State. The leadoff hitter, Andrea Granados. So we look back at the play she made at shortstop.
Great read right there, right off the bat. Immediately she knows that Lauren Meadow is nowhere near her, so she just takes full advantage of that and really gives it her all on that play.
Trying to get on the easy way, fouls that one off. It's Olivia Everett so far. Continuing to have just the 3 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout so far in this outing.
Ball.
Everett doing a really good job just utilizing those pitches, and she hasn't seemed to throw too many pitches right now in this game, and she's attacking the zone well and really utilizing those corners as much as she can.
Blistered. Foul ball, but that's one of those that make you feel good as a hitter, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely know you're on time on that one and kind of working from there, but it's kind of one that you want back because it's like you want it to be fair.
That's when you dare the pitcher to throw it again.
Definitely a good call by the umpire. That's nowhere near fair, but it is one to feel good about if you're a hitter.
1-2 now to Granados.
Ball.
Good stop right back there by Brooke Diaz. Just keeping it in front, not allowing the umpire to get hurt. I'm sure he appreciates that.
So we'll be right back to Everett, and there's 1 away.
Everett's an athlete. I love it. I love watching her fielder position. She does a good job. She seems to really be aware of what's going on, and she seems to think before the pitches, and she's always getting leadoff outs, and I mean, that one wasn't hit too hard, but again, just calm, cool, and collected. Always in the circle. I appreciate that in a hitter.
Mega Callahan again,
pitcher.
first pitch swinging. Pennington's tracking and has out number 2, so quick second out there. And it'll be up to Kaylee Furbish, third baseman. First player to reach base in this game for the Panthers via the walk. Flied out to first in the 3rd inning. She takes a strike.
You see Everett getting a nice little call in that outside corner. That ball's not over the plate, but taking full advantage of that little location that she has.
Ball.
Misses. 1-1.
Ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
I can't seem to tell from the camera angle right now, but Furbish is in the very front of the box as close as she can get to Olivia Everett right now. Probably trying to think that, you know, maybe they're hitting the ball before it breaks, which is a common misconception that we hear a lot in softball and mentality and things like that, or, you know, she's just trying to be on time because she can't seem to keep her weight back a little bit and let the ball travel.
And cracks a base hit to left. Furbish is on board here with 2 outs. It's a 4th hit here for Palm Beach.
Right there, we'll see that was just a shot in the 5-6 hole. Nothing you can do as a fielder. Just relay it in as well as you can and get the ball in a second, holding the runner at first.
Leah Carmen had a hit and the game's only RBI for the Panthers back in the 3rd inning.
Ball.
She'll take a ball with a runner aboard and 2 out. Everett.
Ball.
This is upstairs. It's 2-0, and Caitlin Meyer will have a chat.
Again, probably just telling a little joke, just a little laugh, lighten the mood a little bit. Always love that. You have some of your best conversations, I think, in the middle of a game.
Yeah.
In the off moments.
A lot of Eastern Florida baseball broadcasts where I'll bring up Bull Durham.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
What wedding gift are you going to get? Yeah, candle holders make a good one.
Great movie. Not appropriate if you're under the age of 17, I don't know.
Not breathing through the eyelids.
No.
Not appropriate.
4, it's up.
We had a list of movies
walk.
my dad wanted me to watch, and that was definitely one of them.
How old, though? How old?
I was 16, maybe
Okay,
17. Yeah.
old enough.
Good take right there. That's definitely not a strike. I mean, close enough to be believable if Olivia Everett is ahead in the count, but right there, that's definitely a ball 4.
So now 2 aboard with 2 outs, and Hudson McCall going to make a call here.
A little pinch runner action.
And to spell Furbush will be number 31, Jordan Saccone. So she was the flex player, so she'll come in and run.
That's good. That's what that flex player is going to be huge for in this position, where you're not necessarily having a substitute. You don't have to worry about anybody being burned for the game and not being able to be used.
Yeah.
Once they're taken in, taken out, that kind of stuff off the bench, but just allowing some flexibility, hence the term flex, in your lineup. Not sure if that was punny or if that's actually the way it works. But
Saccone out of Fort Worth, Florida, Leonard High School. She's there at second. Does have 9 runs scored, so certainly not unfamiliar with coming around.
Ball.
Pericle's the pitcher to try to help her cause here. Get back in this game. Well, one swing of the bat would make it quite interesting. Pericles does have 18 RBIs. And she'll send it opposite field. This could be trouble, but tracking it is Orland. And that's the inning. There was no runs on a hit and 2 left on. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Titans holding on to a 4-run lead. It's 5-1. You can check out all of the Titans live game action at www.efsctitans.com/webcast. You can watch archive versions of all of Eastern Florida's broadcast sports. That includes men's and women's soccer, men's and women's basketball, who both recently completed their seasons, baseball, softball, and, of course, volleyball. All that action available, efsctitans.com/webcast, which I'll have to visit after the game to show young Ashton Radcliffe his debut on television. Thanks to our WEFS crew.
He will love it.
Yeah. This is our last softball telecast, sadly, Alex.
Sad, yeah, I know. I'm pretty bummed about it. It's been fun. They've come a long way, I think, just watching the team grow and learn. And, you know, you see who is consistent and who are your clutch people, which is pretty cool. Being on the other side of the game, I have a big appreciation for it.
There's some of our staff enjoying, well, we've had picture-perfect weather, really, for all 5 of these broadcasts. We've been blessed. When you're there on the perch, on the scaffolding, you want to have a nice day. You don't want it too hot. You definitely don't want rain or snow. You're not going to have snow.
You're not going to have snow, but that's okay.
I've been
Wishful
there,
thinking.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have.
We'll have 2 more baseball broadcasts. Now, for you, not like you're going to be bored. You've got USSSA Pride season really starting to get in gear.
Absolutely.
Ball.
Go to Europe in a month, and then we come and play in Vieira at the end of May for anybody wanting some softball during the summer.
Beats working for a living.
I do both. I've got 2 jobs.
That's right, it's both. This will be a tough fly, and it gets away. And trying to take second is Diaz in there safely. So leadoff double for Diaz. Not as you would normally draw it up, but she'll take it.
Those are the best kinds of doubles. Sometimes you just sneak them in because you don't necessarily get all of that ball by any means, but just enough to cause a little confusion with our corner outfielders diving through it and having the opportunity to advance another base.
Well, how many times do you hit it hard and somebody robs you?
Oh, absolutely.
It balances out. At least it should, right?
Absolutely, it does.
Strike on the pitch.
And that's the beautiful thing about the game.
It will take and giveth equally.
Absolutely.
Gabby Orland now with an RBI opportunity. Walked and reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd and 3rd innings, respectively.
Ball.
And it's a 1-1 count. Runner at second is Diaz.
Going back to that point, the it's always said the game doesn't know. So the game doesn't know who's up to bat. It doesn't know how much work you've put in, but I like to think the game does know a little bit for a little repay when things happen like that. It knows as many times as you've hit a ball hard somewhere and somebody's made a great play for you. Get rewarded.
There's again. Behind in the count, 3-1 is Stacy Pericles. 5 walks issued already.
Ball
and
4.
make it 6.
Definitely a number Pericles wants to decrease moving forward. 6 walks is a lot of walks. A lot of times walks score. They come around to score by however that might be, whether it's more walks, base hits, errors, that kind of thing, but high statistic in them coming around.
It's the second time Orland has walked in this game. Now Olivia Everett to at least move some runners over, maybe. Or get an RBI herself.
If I'm Megan Callahan right now, I might call time even and just kind of go talk to Pericles, see how she's feeling, see what she wants to throw, calm her down a little bit, allow her to find the zone.
And this will be popped up in a freebie. Callahan gets the put out, and Everett unable to help her cause. Just 1 away. Oh, and still continuing to run and out at second, so a very unconventional double play. Need to look at that again from multiple angles, I think. So Diaz erased at third. Well, it looked like to be a promising inning now on the Fritz.
Yeah, things changed quickly. So right there we have Olivia Everett pops the bunt up, which ideally you don't want to do, and then we have a little confusion right there between Callahan and Pericles. And Brooke Diaz tried to take advantage and doesn't.
Did Diaz run and didn't tag? Garrison will see that one go over. And now at second is Orland. So there's certainly some things for Jim Beatty to clean up. Yes, the team is ahead 5-1, but you got another game to play, so keeping focus is certainly important.
Absolutely, got to take care of the little things right now. And
No strikes.
I think the name of the game is just never trying to force anything that's not really possible. Little things like that, not necessary.
Gets away again, free pass. Orland now at third.
Then you have that happen twice.
No. And now another time as Callahan will chat with Pericles. And Garrison has come around to score twice. He's in a fielder's choice and had the double in the 4th. So not a bad afternoon for young Savannah Garrison. Well, lay down the bunt, trying to squeeze her home. It's not going to happen. And a great play put out there by Fairbush, and the game stays 5-1 Titans.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration.
If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
Back at the Titan softball complex. Good afternoon to be a Titan. 5-1 as we go to the 6th. Palm Beach running out of outs. Something happened in this first game of the doubleheader. Popped up and out of play. Leading things off is Ashley Booker.
As Palm Beach is behind a little bit in the game right now with 4 runs behind Eastern Florida, they just want to be a little patient in the box. They don't want to force anything. They want to make Olivia Everett throw as much as possible, and I would almost say take until you get a strike when you're down 4. You're not going to change the game with one swing, so just really trying to get base runners.
Ball.
Misses 1-1. Briefly mentioned the Pride last inning here, Alex. It was one professional team in the area, and you guys are it right now.
We are the hometown team.
And as a hometown girl, it's got to be really special for you to be on a part of that organization on many fronts, too.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm very thankful to be able to extend my career a little bit and play the game at a very high level against the best. So if you guys want more information about the Pride, you can visit our website, USSSAPride.com, and check out our schedule, our roster. We've got some of the biggest names in softball on our team, and it's a lot of fun coming out to the games.
And a lot of fun to play, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Ball.
Ball now. 2-2. Booker reached on a fielder's choice in the second, flat out to center in the 4th. And a good lead-off thing to get something going here for Palm Beach. Again, this is the first of 2. Second game not televised is our custom here on WEFS. A number of occasions where, I think the first 2 broadcasts we had where the Titans lost, but came around and won the second.
Yeah,
Sometimes the luck of the draw.
I was going to say, I was starting to think we were a little unlucky, but I think we're okay now.
Remember after that second one, I think before the 3rd game started, I recall a conversation with Coach Beatty. I said, look, I'm looking forward to have a winning interview with you afterwards. And he said, no, this will be a 3rd year. We've had 2 winning interviews.
He was very positive.
We lost the game, but my interview was great.
Very optimistic.
Yeah. It's going to be fun to watch this program rise here in the future.
They're definitely giving us something to look forward to.
Ball. 4.
And a walk issued by Everett, just her 4th. So the leadoff puts Brooker on.
Again, we see these hitters in the front of the box right now. I'm not exactly sure if that's a mentality or just an approach that they're trying to take, or if they always do that, but something to note for now.
Pacino to bat, and first pitch swinging, settling is Orland, and there's 1 away. One out now, Deidre DaCosta Gomez, the center fielder, bat for the 3rd time after walking and putting down a sac bunt. It's the runner on first in the form of Booker.
Ball.
Olivia Everett just needs to attack the zone right now. Not throw too many pitches, limit the number that she is throwing, and just allow this Palm Beach State team to try to hit the ball.
Try to see it out. I'm looking for perhaps a productive inning here as there's a base hit for DaCosta. Brooker moves to second. 2 on, 1 out for Lauren Meadows, looking to turn the order over here.
DaCosta Gomez does a really good job just going with that outside pitch, peppering it to the left side of the field.
5th hit of the game for the Panthers.
Hey!
There's a strike.
Really nice spot right there, utilizing that outside corner. Probably a good pitch to take as a hitter, but definitely one that Olivia Everett wants to try to keep hitting as a pitcher.
Meadow 0 for 2. Ground out on a fly out. And we'll try to slap that the other way. Foul. Remains 0-2. This may be our last softball broadcast, but in a couple of weeks we'll resume the baseball season. 2 more of those to go in the month of April. to be a tough play, but a little backhand flip to third to retire the lead runner, and there's 2 away.
Good heads-up defense right there by Nikki Pennington, going right to Hannah Crumblish, knowing that that's probably her only play that she has on a soft slap like that with some speed at the plate. So really heads up right there, just a nice little flip under control. Crumblish just holding on to it, not trying to force any kind of double play, because that's just not going to happen right there.
Take the out and live to face the batter, Andrea Granados, batting for the 4th time. Now fist on the infield, a basket catch by Pennington, who by herself the last 2 outs. And that will do it. And an opportunity squandered for the Palm Beach Panthers. And we go to the bottom of the 6th with a 5-1 game.
Right off the bat, Pennington knows that she's got to kind of get on her horse. I like it. And she just reads it, dives, gives all her effort right there. It's
one of those could have had a V8 moments if you're Palm Beach. That would look like it could have been the inning.
Yeah, it could have been. But Olivia shut it down pretty quickly.
Take another look here.
See Pennington at first kind of unsure, like, oh, do I let it bounce? Do I try to catch it? But very catchable, really nice effort that she puts forth.
Back out there, Pericles for inning number 6. Titans get out of this one, maybe some insurance, and 3 outs away from what could be their 24th win of the season. And moving to 7-4 in conference. Hopefully by the end of the day, Kimbedia will hope that they're 8-4 and getting close to solidifying that 2nd spot.
I'm sure he would like that.
Remember, Eastern Florida is the only team to have knocked off first place Indian River. They've had 1 conference loss. Eastern Florida was the one that dealt it to them. A marquee win for the program here in Kimbedia's early tenure. Waldron batting for the 4th time.
I was going to say, every time I look up, I feel like Mary Waldron's hitting. I'm not mad about it. But
2 for 3. Hitting an RBI double in the 2nd and 4th, lined out in the 1st inning. To Mary Waldron, a 5-1 game.
Strike.
She'll take a strike. She quotes Mia Hamm on the website, famous for the saying, failure happens, but what makes you better is how you react to that failure. Words of wisdom from one of the best women's athletes of all, one of the best athletes of all time. Mia Hamm, former U.S. international soccer star.
I'm a big fan of that quote, especially in this game. Failure happens all the time.
Yeah.
Inevitable.
Especially if you're a 300 hitter, you're going to fail what?
7.
2 out of 3, yeah. 7 out of 10 times.
But you're still really good. It's crazy.
Yeah, you don't hear the word perfect in baseball or softball very
Never.
often unless it's somebody pitching a perfect game, which is a rarity.
Absolutely. And when that does, it's a very notable moment.
Up the middle, gets through, base hit for Mary Waldron. That's her 3rd of the game. And it's a leadoff single here in the 6th.
Mary Waldron's done a really nice job just working right up the middle, and all day today, I think 3 of her at-bats, all 3 of her hits have been hit right up the middle, right back to center field, which is very impressive and says a lot about her patience at the plate.
By my count, the 8th hit of the game for the Titans. Now, at what point you want to save some of these for the next one?
Never.
No?
They just keep building.
It's Caitlin Meyer, the Region 8 Player of the Week. I'll send this back. Boy, that's a big out. So you got the hot hitting Meyer out. Callahan gloves it. 1 away and 1 out. Or one out and 1 on.
We'll see Meyer just gets a little bit fisted. That's the 2nd time today that Pericles, I'm sorry, has been able to come inside nicely on Meyer's hands.
Throw back to first. Not in time. Crumblish batting now for the 4th time. walked twice, had a base hit, and scored in the first, so 1 for 1 officially. Cracks it through left side. This will get Waldron to third. She's in there safe, and a 1-out double for Hannah Crumblish.
Great piece of hitting right there by Hannah Crumblish, and Mary Waldron's getting a little beat up today, running the bases, sliding into the different bags and stuff between home and now third base, but does a really good job right off the bat, knowing that she's immediately going to third base with where the left fielder is playing on that one. Nope, she got it twice. She got it on the slide and on the get up.
I didn't think so. I would have had it.
Really good person to have up to bat right now too, and Nikki Pennington.
Just 1 for 3 and singled their last at bat though. Runners at second and third. It's a base hit. This will score at least run. Chucking into third, safe, and a double for Pennington. Crumblish at third now. Waldron scores, and it's 6-1.
Pericles does, again, a good job getting in on Nikki Pennington's hands, but Pennington just being able to muscle it through the infield a little bit, allowing a run to score and gain that another RBI.
Oh.
Inside, hit parade here. 3 hits in the inning. Harmon now at the plate. Had the double, 2 RBI double, in fact, in the first. Way to perhaps bookend this game with another. Takes inside, 2-0. Runner at second is Pennington. At third is Crumblish. This could be the close the door inning here.
Strike.
Strike on the outside edge.
Ball.
And goes to 3-1, so a ball away from loading the bases.
Lexi Harmon looks really relaxed right now in the box, and I really like that. She looks nice and calm, like she's not trying to do too much, and she knows that she has two RBI potential opportunities here.
Boy, great snag by Granados on to first and fetch set. They're going to go down low, and there's the out at home, so no more runs conceded there. That will do the inning. So the Titans get 1 across on 3 hits and a runner left. And it's 6-1 as we go to the top of the 7th. Titans looking to put the finishing touches, 3 outs away.
Right off the bat right there, Harmon hits that ball pretty nicely, and Pennington was taking off for third, not leaving much of an opportunity right there for the runner on third to kind of make her own decision. She was kind of being forced to the base ahead.
6-1-2 double play.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Good defense there. Something perhaps for the Panthers and Hudson McCall to draw on as they look ahead to this second game. Yeah. They have 3 outs to work with to make something of this first, though. Top of the 7th.
It's definitely doable. 5 runs, but Olivia Everett is throwing a pretty nice game, if I do say so myself.
There's Olivia in line. In line for her 12th win. Should she get this? ERA will drop a little further. No more runs come across. Today was her 22nd appearance of the season. There's Jared. Takes up residence in center field no matter where we're at.
Post it up.
I think he had the mortgage signed a couple of years ago. He owns that scaffolding. It's a lonely job out there.
It's a lonely world sometimes. It'll be fine.
3 outs away. Everett going to start inning 7. And we'll start with a base hit. So Megan Callahan not going to go quietly into the night.
That's what we talked about a little bit earlier, just when you said, do we save any hits? We never save hits. We do them all now, all the time. As many as we can get. First pitch attacking, I like it.
Kelly Fairbush 1 for 2 with a walk. Singled and reached second back in the 5th. 6-1 ball game here. It's all about concentration now, right? Not just for the pitcher, but the entire defense to see this out.
Absolutely. Just trying to get one at a time, and you can't overlook any pitch or any at-bat here. Everyone's important. When you start looking ahead, then that's when you make mistakes. You make your errors, and things start to add up.
Ball, it's out.
She's behind the count, 2-1, Everett. Runner at first is Callahan. On deck is Carmen. Furbush trying to make her presence felt here. She is the leading hitter on this team. 319 coming in, and she'll crack that one foul. 2-2.
It is important for these Palm Beach State hitters to feel comfortable these last couple innings, no matter the score, as we approach this next game, because they want to go into that one feeling good. So
yeah, even if they get a couple of runs here,
exactly,
to certainly feel good about it. And she will lift this one right center, making a diving stab is Gabby Orland. And Furbush is retired. Well, what a play. A couple of defensive gems here in the last couple of innings for Eastern Florida.
Great pitch right there by Olivia Everett on the outside corner. And right here we'll see Gabby Orland just making a heck of a catch right there in right field. All-out effort. I love that.
Furbush retired. Had she not made the play, still a chance of doubling up the runner at second.
Absolutely.
And this will be 2 away quickly. Carmen first pitch swinging. Waldron gets the put out, and down to the final out are the Panthers.
As crazy as it sounds sometimes, that little bit of confusion with what to do as a base runner can be really beneficial on a misplay by the field or whatever they might choose to do, whether they dive or not. But if the runner's still stuck on first, then
they get a long run. It's up to the pitcher, Stacy Pericles, to keep this game going.
Pericles has had a pretty good day at the plate, too. She's very calm in the box and just seems to be pretty confident, which I really like watching.
Officially 1 for 3. Has made contact on all 3. Had a single in the second and then a couple of fly ball outs. Just hasn't been able to see the ground.
No, she is a good athlete, though.
No batting gloves. And through the middle, a base knock. So runners at first and second with 2 outs. Second hit of the afternoon for Pericles. I have a feeling you're going to see her at least in the lineup in the next game.
I would imagine so. Again, not a bad pitch right there by Everett. Maybe a little bit too much plate, but again, it's not over. It's not down the middle. It's not bad. Pericles does a really good job just taking that on the outside corner and just hitting it right up the middle.
Everett, this is outside. This is Ashley Brooker, second baseman. Is 0 for 2 with a walk.
Ball.
It's been fun today watching Olivia Everett compete, and that's exactly what she's done in the circle, is just compete and really challenge these hitters, because she hasn't thrown a lot down the middle of the plate, which is really good, because you know in the beginning of the season we tend to, and things like that, we get beat in that regard, but she's hit her spots well today.
Strike.
2 balls and a strike. Top of the 7th, 2 on, 2 out. Panthers trying to get off the mat. Up the middle, it will get through. No.
Oh,
what a play! Pennington tags with the right foot, and the game is over.
What a great play right there by Nikki Pennington.
6 unassisted.
That was impressive. Right there, a little help by Olivia Everett,
Okay.
tapping it.
Maybe not an assistant.
What an athlete right there, just doing what she can to
As she was falling
get
away.
any piece of her foot on second base. I love it. Great play, Nikki Pennington, if you watch this by chance. Good job. That was fun.
And that's the ball game, a 6-1 victory in game number 1 of this doubleheader. Jim Badia's team improves to 24, 22-1 overall. More importantly, 7-4 in conference play. With another to play, we'll have Coach Badia joining us up here, or actually down on the field right now. Jim Badia, what a way to finish there. Pennington, an unconventional assist to put out there. That your team really sold out, and it was a very, very workmanlike win in game number 1 of this doubleheader.
Yeah, but a couple of great plays there in the 7th inning, our outfield and our infield, so they shared the glory. But yeah, we're our defense coming along. We had talked about it before the game, how step up our defense a little bit, because we know our offense is going to score some runs.
Coach Badia, what would you say you're most proud of from the start of the season up until this point?
I think they have softball IQ. Their softball IQ is a lot better than it was at the start of the season. They understand strategy, why we do certain things in certain situations. And, it's part of the plan. Not only improve them physically and academically, but improve their softball IQ, so when they move on to the 4-year level, the 4-year coaches are like, man, we like those Eastern Florida players. They know their stuff.
Love that.
Jim, thank you so much for joining us as always. It's been fun, and congratulations on the win, and go get them in game 2 and the rest of the season. Good luck to you.
We like playing on TV. You guys bring us good luck.
Bring us
we'll
back.
talk to the right people. We'll keep it going.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks.
Congratulations. As Eastern Florida now 24, 22-1, 7-4. In conference play. Still time to come on out and see the second half of this doubleheader. I'd like to say thank you to Alex Powers, her TV debut for the last 5 games. Hope to work with you again in the future.
Loved it.
And see you with the USSSA Pride going forward. The Titans win it 6-1. For Alex Powers, Brian Foster, our producer, Roger Hayward, our director, and our entire WEFS crew, I'm Jeff Radcliffe saying so long from the Titans softball complex. Eastern Florida gets a 6-1 win over the Panthers of Palm Beach State. Have a good afternoon, everybody.
We now return to our regularly scheduled program.